I like to throw my right leg over the arm of the couch right here next to where the chair's next to the couch, and I like to look out those windows. I like to look at the trees, and there's an old adobe barn right there on the other side of the ditch. So I like it's a pretty neat view if you're a New Mexican, right? Old adobe barn with a pecan orchard. Yeah. Mind you, but I can see the candle in her window. Every night she said would brightly burn. I can travel anywhere the wind blows, but my heart tells me I must return to the valley of the Rio Grande. When I recover, I may grow some hair again. It would be nice. I like having hair. I had really nice hair. All the women at Southwest Airlines used to come and loved my hair. They come and they grab it and touch it and smell it. It almost felt like, okay, if this was a girl with guys, they would be in so much trouble. I just kind of laugh. It was all the little housewives. Oh my gosh, you got to go over there. They were so cute. You got to go over and touch it and you got to smell it. It feels so wonderful and soft and silly, and it's strong. It's so strong and soft and beautiful, and you got to smell it. It smells so good. Well, I use the Australian kangaroo stuff on it. Things, Remember that Australian stuff with the yeah. It had like natural stuff in it, and it was Australian whatever. That's what I used on my hair. Well, it's for white people, and I'm a white person, right? So I used that, and the women just loved it. And they would all come up, and especially the older ladies, the older little moms, and they go over there and touch his hair and smell it. And I'd just laugh. They really are coming up to me and walking up and grabbing my hair and touching it and smelling it. I would just sit there and kind of go, okay, this is adorable. It's kind of cute. It was funny. And I remember when I started exercising and getting in shape before Steffi would always mess it up. And the one girl who got in the car accident, who had she was such a sweetheart, the little tough Mexican girl that was, I can't remember, was her name Angel? Or what? Who was that? They were two. We went to the Mexican restaurant together. I can't remember their names. I loved them so much. They were so spunky, and they were friends with Gabby and her sister that were from El Paso. Yeah. And we all hung out with Elsa, and all the Hawaiians and the Mexicans all kind of hung out together like we did in basic training. And I was one of the Mexicans, right? We'd always, come on, Earl, let's go do this. I never went on any of the flying trips because none of the husbands ever went. And I knew a lot of the women, the wives were interested in me, and I didn't want to end up in a compromising situation in a hotel room. So I never went. They always asked me to, and I was like, okay, well, Patrick could stay when Patrick was staying with Stephanie, and I'd just stay home and play video games. And or Patrick was staying at Corey's over the weekend, and I would never go. And I never, not once. I wanted to. Oh gosh, Sheila was one of the prettiest women I ever saw. She looked like a model. Gabby looked like a model. The Hawaiian girl that had oh gosh, yes, she was so pretty. And Sam's all, you're in love with her. I was like, I like her a lot. You want to? And they tried to talk me going like 3 or 4 trips to San Antonio, to Vegas, and all, and I never went because I couldn't trust myself alone with these guys' wives. I knew they were interested in me, and I knew their husbands could be macho and right-wing conservative and stupid, and I knew how much the women were like, why can't he be you? And I never went, not once. So Gordon B. Hinckley, that with your Russell Nelson and your Monson and your assholes. It was hard. It was awfully tempting. The women were always, yeah, I forgot about that. At Southwest Airlines, and most of them were all going to be flight attendants. So they were not like, oh, what an uggo, right? They looked like models, and they were charming and had good personalities, and they were gorgeous. And I always had to sit there and say, no, why don't you work it out with your husband? Maybe he's being macho and stupid because of this. And I would always be like their marriage counselor. And it worked most of the time. And then the guys would go back to being stupid again. Of course, they're guys that will fight over fuck money. Yes, they will go back to being stupid just like that. It's like on Schindler's List, I pardon you, shoot him, pow. You know what I'm saying? It's like with my dad. I went and talked to him out of the barn about the whole thing about living the Lord's Prayer and about not fighting over what you want and living the courage of the gracious good shepherd. What's wrong with fighting over what you need or for freedom? It's like, Dad, you don't fight over freedom. Okay, where in the Bible, in the Bible, David, hey, Goliath, Worship Jehovah and live the ways of Solomon and David. Live the ways live the ways of Moses with me. No, I'll take what I want because I can. You bought a knife to a gunfight. Samson tries to talk the Philistines into being the religion of the Hebrews. Muhammad does it. Where in the Gospels does the guy that's the good guy like me walk up and say, you will live the Lord's Prayer or I'll kill y'all? Okay. I don't say that. I'll say you'll stop raping children in the head with philanthropy, or the technology is going to have to eventually most likely kill you because you won't allow them the beauty of the Lord's Prayer. I say that. Same thing Jesus said to the Romans, same thing David said to the Philistines with Goliath, but I don't sit there and say, you will live what the Quorum of the 12 says is the right, or I will kill you. It's an annuity, right? I don't do that. LA Express, Boston Breakers, get to understand? Philadelphia Stars that did move to Baltimore. Now I don't think they exist anymore, do they? I don't think so. All right, so do you understand? Durf. Claude fucking Durfs. Okay. Dirt Claude dumbass motherfuckers. So, guys. I cannot overemphasize enough, okay, that when a woman's been Stockholm Syndrome into the group, instead of recognizing a guy named Earl in San Ysidro, New Mexico, and live the Lord's Prayer for her children, she'll go make a movie called Hustlers and say, I was proud to do it. I was proud to play a woman in the sex industry that accepts money for sex to pay for children's extortions on the planet. I was proud to do it. Wow. Someone need a hug? You're an angry elf. You must be a South Pole elf, right? You guys understand? Okay. Hi, I'm the spirit of, Santa Claus. The marketing Santa Claus isn't real. Okay. Do you understand? I don't take on the Central Park Rangers every year delivering presents to children in a mythological jet-powered reindeer sleigh. That's a marketing gimmick from Gimbals and Sears Roebuck and J.C. Penney, right? In ancient times, it was the rich took Christmas and turned it into their pompous arrogant on the first day of Christmas. My true friend got to be a partridge in a pear tree. Lords a leaping and maids a milking and all this, because you're a rich person with all this stuff and all these people that serve you. Well, that just sounds like Jesus in a nutshell right there. Come, they told me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, right? Do you understand? It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. Charles Dickens, yeah, huh? Okay. These ghost stories are played the fuck out. The vampire stories are played the fuck out. Everything's played the fuck out. It causes bad brain activity, vicious, aggressive, selfish, predatory, competitive brain activity. Okay, you're not a vampire. You're not the Yowie or Hui. When are you Scooby's going to understand that I don't like you, right? Do you understand? I'm not James Marsters. Josh Whedon was an idiot. Oh, let's promote female homosexuality to decrease the surplus population and increase pornography sales and marketing. Yeah, that 2 and 2 is 4, and life's eternal, grace is infinite. And I think even Stephen Hawking could figure that one out, right? Maybe even Sam Harris. I'm not too sure about Sam Harris, but I think Hawking could figure it out. I don't know. He got beat pretty easy by Sheldon Cooper in that word game. That's true. Do you guys understand? Word games, to put down other people or do things for money, but money's not real. We've established that fact over 10,000 years ago, but for 10,000 years, you guys have been, is it 7,000 years? I don't know. Ask Richard Dawkins. He has all the archaeological evidence, and they have all those things. These are the spears and the swords and the shields and the armor that we use to mass murder each other, to establish Wimbledon, to establish the stock market, to establish the walls, the pyramids, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and the Stifle Tower. I'll go into a space rocket man, and I think it's gonna be a long, long time. This ain't no kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell, and there's no one there to raise them if you did, because there's no candy bars, okay, on Mars. And to go to Jupiter to get more stupider, live the Lord's Prayer first. If you need to go past Jupiter, you'll find the right way to do it because you're loving one another. Okay. The right way to do it will be revealed to you through faithful, loving communication and understanding. Doop, doop, doopy. That's the music that they played for my little Aimee when she was 8, and she looked like she was 14 dancing with a bunch of little 8-year-olds. It's like, oh my gosh, Aimee, you... Okay, the rest of them look like a cute little girl in a burlesque suit, and you look like damn, that girl's... What's the 13-year-old with the bedow body doing out dancing with all those little 8-year-olds? And it's like, Aimee... They should not let you wear that in public in front of grown men. Because you look too damn good in it, girl. Yeah, it was like, oh my gosh, my wife is, well, okay. That's my wife. I know it's my wife. Okay. And when we get behind closed doors and she lets her hair hang down, I loved it when she had the long braids. And she makes me glad that I'm a man. But you guys took that away from us. You tortured her and abused her because she follows the group to try to save her children from being murdered by people that are vicious, evil, selfish, and aggressive jocks and aggressive scientists, and her children are neither. And then you say she's a bad person, like old Cloris Leachman at the best school district in Cochise County. They're Nazis. They're concrete thinkers, and they're the type of people like Nazis. It's like, and the people at Fort Huachuca are what? The people that are making fun of all the kids with disabilities that Noah protects from being bullied by all the people at Fort Huachuca are what? Lady, if you can't stand up to an asshole, what makes you think you're not one? We went to another school. Okay, guys, I love you very much. Peace out.